In obituary news this morning, Mrs. Lois I. Sutton, age 94, of Childersburg, died June 21st at her residence. Funeral service for Ms. Sutton will be today at Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, beginning at 1 p.m. Visitation will be prior to the service from 11 until 1 at the Childersburg Chapel. Burial in Wichita, Kansas at a later date. Online condolences at curtissonsonfunerals.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Patricia Ann Squeaky Maynard Cardwell of Sylacauga, age 78, died yesterday at her residence. Funeral service for Ms. Cardwell will be Tuesday at Curtis & Son North at 2 p.m. Visitation prior to the service, noon until 2. The Reverend Bill Brown will officiate the service. Online condolences at curtissonsonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Burial in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. That is Patricia Ann Squeaky Maynard Cardwell, age 78, of Sylacauga. Irene Walker, age 55, of Sylacauga, died Saturday at her residence. Radley Smith Funeral Home announcing. Memorial service for C.W. Wright, age 75, of Equality, will be held at a later date. Mr. Wright died June 24th at his residence. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Lorene Hill, age 90, of Sylacauga, died Sunday at her residence. Arrangements are incomplete. They'll be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. And longtime physician Stephen Donald Palmer, MD. Memorial service will be June 29th at St. Paul's Chapel in Magnolia Springs, Alabama. In lieu of flowers, you may consider gifts to St. Paul's or Children's Hospital in Birmingham. Dr. Palmer was a longtime children's physician in this area. And he was humanitarian service, I'm talking about to the core. He touched many, many lives in Alabama, including this local area. Dr. S.D. Palmer. Memorial service will be June 29th, St. Paul's Chapel in Magnolia Springs, Alabama. And Dr. Palmer had an office here in Sylacauga for many, many years, wrote articles in the Daily Home, and he, of course, was a military veteran too, a military vet of World War II, and but he was a pediatric doctor, and he worked with a lot of your children and grandchildren, and maybe you, when you were a child. Dr. Palmer, he will be remembered. Memorial service, June 29th, 2 o'clock, St. Paul's Chapel, Magnolia Springs, Alabama. And that, of course, you can consider gifts to St. Paul's or Children's Hospital of Alabama. It's 4 minutes after the hour. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.